first day of, I know you guys are having a little key with the moment, but to be honest with you, I have missed my kids' first day of school today. I missed my kids last week of school yesterday because of this. And I'm not even playing around. I will, even if I'm in my deathbed, I swear to God, I will say it in my deathbed. I did not touch that woman. I did not touch that girl. I didn't lay my hands on that girl. And with that being said, this time around, I'm going to be nice. The next person to try to do a frivolous lawsuit against me, I'm going to counter you, and I'm going to make you pay. I do also want fans at home, though, not to find their social media, her family's social media, her social media, and bother her. I hope that this is something that I leave behind, that she leaves behind.
Now, Cardi B was facing battery and assault charges from 2018 in a civil lawsuit against a woman named Imani Ellis. And because of that, they even allowed the name Cardi B to be used in the trial rather than her name, Belcalis Alamanza. So the jury found that Cardi B was telling the truth. Well, they believe she was telling the truth. And let's listen to Imani Ellis as she comes out and tells her side of what she thought that took place.
So first, I want to thank my lawyers. I want to thank the jurors. I want to thank the judge, and I want to thank the respectful press. I really, really appreciate that. And I want to thank everybody at home supporting me. I know you guys are having a little key with the moment, but to be honest with you, I have missed my kids' first day of school today. I missed my kids last week of school yesterday because of this. And I'm not even playing around. I would, even if I'm in my deathbed, I swear to God, I will say it in my deathbed. I did not touch that woman. I didn't.
Now, because she didn't touch that woman, and she said she didn't touch that woman, and what she's doing and where she's going from here, that's fine. And we're going to address a lot of those different things. We're going to get to a lot of those factors. But right now, you know what time it is. Hit the like button up as we drop the intro. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them.
They're not at all. I don't think that it reflects the truth, but I'm not disappointed. We know that the justice system is sometimes flawed, and unfortunately, that was the case for me. Like I said, I still stand firm on my position. I still stand firm on my attorney. I think we fought a good fight, but like I said, more importantly, it's about accountability. I have my day in court. I showed up. I held my head high, and I can walk away and say that I showed up, and she had to look me in the eye. I had to look her in the eye, and we did our best.
Are you sorry you brought the case?
Not at all. Not at all.
She said that she would do some counter with this case. She said that if anybody else, brings the case, this is her words. That's frivolous. She called it. She would counter suing. That's basically that's her. What do you think about that?
This is for me.
Yeah.
Well, my statement is, obviously, you never know what a
jury's gonna do. If you try a case in different courts with different juries, and you'll have 10 different outcomes. You just never really know what a jury's gonna do. We did our best to present the facts that we needed to present to the jury, and we obviously have a right to appeal, and our intention is to appeal.
How do you feel about how the defendant conducted himself in court? I thought it was totally unprofessional. I think it showed value to her character, the type of person that she is. A lot of her body language, her body gestures, her facial expressions, her disrespect for the court, I think speaks to who she is. I think we saw how I conducted myself during this trial, and I think that speaks volume.
Sir, could you say it's time before she goes? Sure. My name is Ron Rosenthal Plaza. I'm the attorney for the plaintiff. I have had this case for a number of years. I did take it over from another lawyer, and we put it together as best we could with what we had to work with. I disagree with the verdict. As you know, you can see from Cardi B, she has a history of doing these things. Even today in the courthouse, right where I'm standing in this area, she threw something at one of you. And I think that's just, very poor judgment on her part to go ahead and do something like that. Here in the courthouse, this is a court. You don't do this. It's wrong. And she really, made a fool of herself.
With the unanimous verdict, what is the basis for an appeal? Would it be a factual error, something that the judge did wrong? What would the basis be for an appeal?
Well, there's many different things that occurred. I can't really get into the details now. That would be for the appellate attorney that I work with, who's going to be handling that with me, and we will decide how we're going to handle it. Ms. Adams, what's next for you?
Going to law school. Thank you.
Did this case prompt you to decide to go to law school?
I had already had plans of going to law school, but I think during this case, it kind of amplified a lot of those dreams.
Do you feel like you've been painted in a bad light in public?
I think from the defendant, yes. But that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna make me seem like a bad person. I know who I am. I know the things that I've accomplished. So that's all that matters to me.
You started out as a fan of her music. Are you still a fan today?
No.
Will you be listening to her new album that drops in 6 days?
Not at all.
Miss Evans, Cardi did ask that the public please leave you alone, not slander you, say things behind your back on social media. Does that mean anything to you?
That's news to me. She's never told me that. She's never even offered me an apology. So I'm not sure.
Now, Cardi B's body language is what they're trying to say. Is she lying? Is she telling the truth? Here's the thing. Both sides aren't telling the truth. Both sides are telling their truth. Okay. Did Cardi B get in that girl's face and point her long nail in that woman's face? Yes, I believe she did that. I believe she called her racist names. I believe she talked about how fat she was, called her a B. I believe Cardi B said every last one of those things. But did Cardi B hit this woman and put her hands on her? No. Did Cardi B cut her face? No. This woman wanted to get her fame and get this thing into a courtroom so she could be seen in the courtroom outside with Cardi B and get her face out there and get on the news. And she get her publicity off of it. So now she's going to go and appeal the case. Because if you were really like injured and you really wanted to, sue civilly to get something, you'll be pretty pissed off about the decision. Hell, you would think she won the case. If you listened to her, you'd have thought she won the goddamn case. I'll be damned, did she win or did she lose? Look at how she carried herself. So if you start carrying yourself in that fashion, you're gonna see a lot of things turn in a direction you don't want to see it turn in. This woman going up there, are you upset about the decision? No, I'm not upset about the decision. Sometimes the courts just get it wrong. I'll be like, well, damn, what the hell was you suing for then? No, it's just that word celebrity get to people, man, and they start telling people things that. Now, when you deal with people that have no clue or no idea as to what's going on, um, they just can insinuate from their projections or their eyes as to what the process is or how things are moving or how they feel it should be moving. It's a whole different, what I call, what they say is a different animal. It's a different animal, man. And if you're not taking care of the situation the way it needs to be, then what you doing it for? Oh, she lost. 100% she lost. Now the main, oh no, there was no winning for her. It was all loss. Straight like that. She had no victory, no dubs, no dubs, straight L's. Shit. Now, what people need to realize also is that even with the L's that was given and taken, let me see. You know, that girl was still somebody that was building the case and getting the case and doing all that. So it is what it is. But how do you go from one side to another side and keep pivoting? Hold on one second. All right. She won because she's a boss. Well, I knew she was gonna win when they called her Cardi B in the trial. Cardi B. I'm like, you calling this woman Cardi B? You calling her by a stage name in the trial? That's how I knew they was in trouble. There's several different problems with said scenarios. Because when you start going by said scenarios and other people's projections, what you're going to be faced with is other people's reality, other people's delusion of grandeur. Man, it just ain't enough. No matter what you do, it's not enough. What's up, John? They keeping everybody out still? Now, what Cardi B did today was exactly what we thought was gonna happen. Hold up. All right, there we go. Now, when people see you and they want to make their so-called claims, then they can make their so-called claims. But if they don't, then that's on them. You know what I'm saying? You got to let people be the people that they are. Cardi B put herself in this situation because she loves to engage. Like outside the courtroom, that was so damn stupid. She sat up there and threw a marker at the reporter, asking her was she pregnant with Cardi, with Offset twins and all. Just you react to stupid stuff all the time, then they gonna get a rise out of you, and it's proven right there. Somebody else gonna come and say the same thing to try to get you involved in a lawsuit. Well, like she's saying, she's gonna countersue. She ain't putting up with it no more. Man, it's time. Man, when you get tired of shit, man, I'm telling you, people will just get fed up and just start doing what they need to do, dog. Good morning, bro. Where am I going this late? Cino always up. You know that. These casino hours, baby. Oh, no, it was about 6 to 7 different ones, They have this, what they call a namesake in the case. And that namesake is, yeah, that namesake isn't working out that well. Oh, of course they're gonna appeal. They're gonna want this lawyer took it over from another lawyer. The case has been going since 2018, right? We're in 2025. So that's how long ago this was. In 2018, the one lawyer had it, got rid of it. He's like, I'm dropping this case because there's nothing here that's gonna win you no case. And that's why he basically dropped it. And this lawyer picked it up because he wants to get some publicity off of it. So he had it for a number of years, saying he's still working on the case and everything else. And we're gonna see if we can get some type of lawsuit for a scratch. I mean, like, really? Now, Cardi B who was pregnant at the time. There's no woman alive that's going to endanger their baby to go and fight some girl. So the woman messed up the case, and the lawyer messed up the case. The lawyer in there asking her the most ridiculous questions in the world on the stand. He was horrible in litigating. That was like, what the hell are you doing? Um, the same way David Batista slimmed down. They get on these Hollywood diets for roles, and then they'll boost back up and slim back down. But The Rock is, I'm like, dude, you already The Rock. Why are you gonna slim down for a movie role? And don't make sense. David Batista couldn't get no work because they said, oh, he's too big. Unless you're a leading actor, being too big can get you messed up in roles. This is why Chris Evans ain't built up like Captain America in every movie he's in. You see, he slimmed down. Everybody slimmed back down. He was like, no, I buffed up for that role, but I slimmed back down. Hollywood like everybody like toothpicks. They don't like people to be all extra buff. They want you lean and ready to go because on the camera, that's going to show. Well, you ever heard somebody say, take something as a compliment? Take it as a compliment. If somebody wanted to spend a whole day trying to mention your name, you don't have to respond. You know how many people was mentioning my name? It's a crazy amount of people. I didn't give them the time of day. Most of it I didn't even see until about years later. But see, this is why I always tell people you gotta watch them. Gotta watch them. Because these be the same people that, oh man, I love you, man, because you always tell the truth, man. You the guy. Then they turn around and try to stab you in the back. It's what they do, man. Mm-hmm. See, people start talking about trolling and all. It's just trolling. It ain't trolling when it's affecting real life. You know what I'm saying? And people could get hurt. That's a whole different environment. People got their kids in the car. You just saw what happened in Paris, right? All the fans running up on the wrestlers. You know, you got Ripley getting ran up on. Everybody just, coming up, grabbing people, got their cameras out. We understand y'all fans, but, you know, Don't. It's not cool to rush people while they trying to go get into a Uber, pushing and bumping into them. They uncomfortable. Back up. Show some respect. You know, and this is why celebrities and stuff don't feel safe in the public. Yeah, WWE had to actually put security on and escort them to cars and everything else because it was just getting insane. You know, and they can't handle fandom for some reason. You know, some people just can't process it. I could be around famous people and it has no effect on me, none, because I see through all that and I just see the person. You know, and plus the famous people I've been around, it's like that famous yet. They became way famous after. When I knew Nick, he was like, "Oh, hey, that's Nick Cannon." If I seen Kel, it was like, "Oh man, what's up, Kel?" Knew Kel when he was dirt broke. So that's different. Knew Floyd before he was Money Mayweather. So all of these different things are applied differently to other people. But it's quick to have some idiot tell you, "Man, don't nobody know you." Yeah, yeah, cause don't nobody know you. To don't reflect on me what's your life is like. Everything I said has been authentic. If not, why wouldn't they take it down? Everything I said, they would have had it taken down. So it is what it is, right? It comes with the territory. You got to deal with clowns. YouTube is the circus, and it's gonna be a lot of dancing clowns saying, "Look at me, look at me, look at me," and that's how they move. I say, "All right, I'll do what I got to do." Good morning. You know what I thought? I was thinking to myself. I said, "Man, these people really don't got it figured out." Cause Cardi B's really got a temper problem, and her civil lawsuit or whatever, somebody else is gonna sue her for something. Now, what if that in this trial? I knew Cardi B wasn't gonna lose this 24 million. Please, if that woman gets that thing picked up in any other courtroom again, she's lucky. Talking about we gonna appeal. What else she gonna say? Going into this trial, before this trial even got cooking, let me tell you very key words that was told. They were told they could not use any of Cardi B's past criminal history. Her throwing a microphone at a fan, they couldn't use that. Any outbursts that she had in the past or whatever, they couldn't use any of that to show reference to her character. You already lost. Because that's the case. What you gonna show? How is that not relevant to the case? You had no chance of winning. They handcuffed you right before the case even started. Then they start calling her Cardi B. How can you have a non-biased trial jury when you got you're using the name Cardi B in the trial? I'm like, what kind of lawyer is this? I'm like, you agreed to this? You're not gonna win. This is why I didn't cover the trial. I didn't even. I'm like, I'm not finna cover this. I'll wait till the results is out because it's already over. I knew right then and there it was over. Then I went back and looked at it, and I said, all right, let me go back and listen to this. Then this guy was just ridiculous. The guy who was like cross-examining her, he was just glad she was on the stand. Like, yeah, I got Cardi B on the stand. This finna boost me up with my client base. I'm like, I don't know who would hire this lawyer. I was like, that's a lawyer I don't want. Right there. He does not know how to litigate. He wanted her. She said what she stated. He was like, can you say the words that she said that you stated? She said it now. Can you look her in the face and say those words and call her a B and call her an N-word? Say, look in her face and say it. And the judge is like, no, I don't think that's necessary. Like, what is on your mind? So you want the person who you saying is victimize your client. You want them to victimize them right there in the courtroom again. You're suing that she's traumatized by the incident of what went on with a battery. It's a battery, right? She assaulted this person. You said she said all these defaming things about her weight and all this, and you want her to sit on the stand, look at her, and say that again in court. What kind of idiot are you? The judge is like, I don't think that's necessary. Like, what is you talking about? That was the dumbest thing I could ever hear a lawyer ask and request for somebody on the stand to do. Can you please badger my witness again? Please. Go on and bear her. Just lay into her. Please do it for me on the stand. Please. It's like, she looked at the judge like, do I gotta do that? Why would I need to do such a thing? He said, I thought they called Sean Diddy goes in the courtroom. In the Cardi B trial? Oh, man, I would have cracked up laughing. I'd have been rolling if they called Diddy in there. They'd be like, Diddy, can you come to the stand? Yeah. Yeah, I was out there. We were all kicking it. And Cardi was in there and she was having a good time. We was all having a good time. I had a couple of drinks, but Cardi, she couldn't drink because she was pregnant. So she couldn't be drunk. So that lady lied. Thank you, Mr. Combs. Yeah. And my new album will be out soon. Love. Yeah, it's all love. And I'll be coming home soon. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, baby. Get that get that party set up where we gonna party. Yeah, this time I'm making them sign a contract. Yeah, they gonna sign a love contract. Yeah, it's gonna be binding too. I'm gonna have my lawyer there. Yeah, freak off, baby. Yeah, Astro Glide. I want all my Astro Glide back and my baby oil. All of it. Want all my stuff back. Now, no. Come on, man. Cardi B done had cases that was thrown out from when she put her hands on the girls in the strip club. And then they saw Cardi B get paid from that. And once Cardi was paid from that, I mean, she paid out those girls in the strip club, those strippers, talking about Offset and all that. You make yourself a target. Once you pay one, here come the others. People have to realize that situations like cases and dilemmas they move in different type of tropes, and I mean it wouldn't be. But this, she said, this the last one that she gonna just fight, and because she been fighting this one since 2018, and now her second album is coming out. The lead single is ridiculous. The Imaginary Player. I mean, nobody likes that song. Okay, this man got to get to work. He was like, "F y'all, I got to get to work." Called Drake to the Cardi trial. Man, I don't know what these people doing, man. They out here. I guess one day, people would know. No, because 90% of the people out there, man, they don't even have a care in the world when it comes to this. They don't. No, I just wanted to point it out to the people. That's what happened today in the courtroom. I wanted to explain to you how she won and where it was lost at. It was lost before it even started. Oh, well, it's a good album rollout. That's what she's doing. Cardi B's out there, her trial. She got all these people talking about Cardi's trial, then her album comes out next week. So all of this is like an album rollout for Cardi B. I know. Tell me about it, right? Cardi B been winning court cases for a minute. She won against Tasha K. She won against all these different people. Tasha K moved out the country, so it was like good luck chasing, you know, Tasha K down to try to get money that ain't in her name no more. It's just like you win, but at what cost? You know. So yeah, she drugged men and when she told people she used to do that as a stripper and they used to rob them. But here's the thing that people are like, man, why they didn't arrest her for that? She said she did that. Okay, where the men? You see what I'm saying? What man gonna come forward and say that? And then they gotta prove it. And then most of them men are probably married. That's why I don't drink. Not like that. Girl ain't fixing me no drink. I'll be nope. I'll take that beer right there. Give me that. I got the opener. Pop that open. I got me a beer. I'm good. This chick told me we should do Molly. Come over here and we could do Molly together. Like, do Molly together. I don't want to do no damn Molly. Mm-mm. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be the bigger person. Oh no, man. I try to be the bigger person at all times. But anyway, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. Love, peace, and hair grease. It's your boy Carcino, man. I'm out.